Alright guys, well last night I was showing you guys the start of the Dungecraft server. We were getting rocking and rolling together as a group, and I wanted to show you guys what I did kind of off camera. And I kind of avoided setting all this stuff up because I know a lot of you guys have seen a lot of this recently in Season 1 and Season 2. And since we're doing Season 1 of Tekkit as opposed to Technic, figured I'd save you guys a little bit of the trouble. But anyways, this is the base that you guys got a decent little snapshot of last night. This is my little mining hole right here that I was creating as we got started. And here's my little farm, etc., etc. So let me show you a couple of things that I've done and what I was trying to accomplish. Alright, first off, as with every Tekkit thing, you pretty much want to get a macerator ASAP. I've got mine overclocked. And that's pretty hardcore. And then I've got my electric furnace going right here. And then we managed to finally get a diamond. I mean, it literally, this was about 6-7 hours worth of work, I guess I should say. And that's probably more due to me being terrible at the game as opposed to the game just being that challenging. I know Silent Mist, I'm not sure where his base is. I'll have to get a waypoint there when he gets on later today. I'll show you his base, but that little bastard had like red matter in like 25 minutes. He was like running around in his golden spaceship just shit talking us all. So, but I got my condenser set up. I've got my transmutation tablet. It's kind of interesting. The transmutation tablet requires glowstone, which you can only get from the nether. Well, the problem with that is to make the nether, you have to have obsidian. Like I've got my little obsidian portal here. There's my little ugly base. But when I got my diamond, I ended up getting 3 diamonds, and that was it. Well, I think it was only 2. No, it was 3. It was 3. And, I had the choice. It's like, well, I can either, make my nether portal or make my pickaxe and then go get some obsidian, or, I can try and find a way to make this damn thing without doing that. So what I did, and you can still kind of see the outlines of the mold here. This was the back end, and then I basically had cobble here, and I got these buckets, and this right over here is a volcano. Now you may be asking, well, Pyro, what the hell is that ugly little cobblestone thing there? Well, I was sucking the lava out of here, running over here, dumping it into my thing, spilling water over it, and then recycling. Well, what I didn't realize was when you dump water on it like that, the water flows. And the higher up water is, the further apparently it flows. So when I started right here, it wasn't a big deal because before it got over to the hole, it would evaporate or stop or whatever. Well, as I got higher up, it was going further and further. Well, it eventually dropped down my hole and made obsidian. I was like, damn it. And so, I went down a little bit further and then I did it again. And so finally I figured it out. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of lava left. I don't know exactly how much. There we go. But that is how I managed to make my nether portal without any diamond. And I have to give, as much as I hate to say it, I have to give that little bastard Silent Mist the credit for it. So that's how he managed to get out there and do it. So I stole his idea shamelessly, made my nether portal. And yeah, I guess I got to point out my shame here. I tried the first time doing it laying down because for some reason I thought it would be cooler to jump into, a portal laying down. If you've ever watched Stargate, they did that a couple times and it looked cool. But sadly, I found out the hard way you cannot ignite a nether portal when it's laying down. And I don't know what happened to the rest of the... Oh, yes, I do. I used it for my my condenser once I did get a diamond pickaxe. So I used that to get enough stuff to make my transmutation tablet, which basically started my EMC journey and allowed me to get everything else set up. So from there, I started making my solar panels. Now, these are not normal solar panels. These are low voltage solar arrays, which is the equivalent of 8 normal solar panels. So I've got 8 there and 8 here. And these, I don't know if it even shows what they put out, but this right here is my MFE. You have to upgrade. Well, I mean, I don't know if you have to. I think these guys can put enough power directly out to where it's not going to blow things up, but I'm not entirely sure about that. The diamond or the crystal fiber cables can support, I think it's 512 packets. So that is more than enough to blow the hell out of everything over there. But with this, into the MFE, which outputs 128, into the LV transformer, which drops it down to, I think, 32. Well, the problem that I'm running into now with that, and let me show you guys this real quick since we are in creative. Before you guys cry foul, I will destroy all of this stuff. I don't need that bucket. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. Damn it, I just want 60. The server did not like that. It was like, oh, fuck that, man. Hacker. There we go. So now I've got 64. All right, so right here you can see I've got 8 overclockers. 8 overclockers is awesome. Problem is, watch how fast the power drains, and it's now slowed down. Like the first couple seconds was really, really, really fast, and then it dies off. Well, the reason behind that is the bat box that I've got over there can only output a certain amount of juice per second, and these are called packets. For those of you who aren't computer savvy, a packet is, think of it like an envelope. Well, since this can only output 32 per cycle or second or whatever, this is actually consuming more than that. Well, what we can do is we can hook up another bat box to the same thing, and now you notice it's staying almost solid. This is probably still not quite enough to make it run. It probably needs one more to be solidly lit. It'll flicker occasionally, but you can see that the speed has really ramped up. So that is what my next project will be, is to probably set up a couple bat boxes and get going there, and then moving on from there. There we go. Deleted all of that. There we go. The other thing that I've got set up, obviously, is the extractor. I had planned on not doing an extractor until I remembered the overclockers. Extractors allow you to make coolant, and it allows you to suck the rubber out of those trees, that giant green dildo with things growing out of the top of it. This right here, since coolant cells can't stack, they're really a pain in the ass, and I was, running over here, running over here, running over there, and it was getting annoying. So basically, since they don't stack, which means it'll shut off as soon as one gets here, I just made a simple machine to dump all of the extra coolant over here. That way it would cycle. When I needed 3, I could come over here and gank them and then move on. The last thing I want to show you guys real quick before we end the video is I've got a miner over here. Now this miner is awesome. Right over here, you're going to notice there's a little hole, but I guess I can destroy this. And if you look down, this is a bogusly deep hole. Goes all the way down to bedrock. Now you're going to notice there's some really interesting little dugout areas here. And what the miner does is very similar to a quarry, except instead of a quarry, like a quarry will just dig straight down in a giant square, however big you decide to build it. Well, the problem with that square is it's an eyesore. It's nasty. It can be a pain in the ass to deal with sometimes. So with this, it literally just digs straight down, and if it detects any ore in 4 blocks in all directions, so basically a 9x9 area, then it will mine just the ore. Now, it still pulls out the gravel and the cobblestone, etc. on its way down, but it's going to have drastically smaller, the level that, let me show you where this thing is at. As you can tell, this thing has gone rather deep. And if this was a quarry, we would have so much more cobblestone and stuff. It would be unreal. But because this, the way it mines, it's much more efficient. We don't have hardly any waste. Wait, why did it not mine that nickelite there? That's interesting. I guess nickelite isn't on its list of approved ores. We'll have to talk to its boss about that. So that is pretty much what I did last night after the group got done screwing around. I did make a little farm here. I've got plenty of bone meal in case I need to make some instant on-demand food. I was kind of starving to death. And I haven't built, this is my little house if I need to hide in here from the undead, which seem to love attacking me. But I decided not to build a house yet, strictly because the way my base is expanding and how fast it's building, I just have to build the house again and then again and then again, and it was kind of getting annoying, and I didn't want to have to deal with the spaghetti and such. This is just a lot easier. So what I'm probably going to do I'm probably going to time lapse my underwater aqua layer. If you've ever seen, what is it, Waterworld? In Waterworld, they made kind of an anatole where they barricaded all of the water back out with a giant wall, and then they had dry land in the middle. And that was the only way they were able to experience dry land. And they actually built that structure, and it was ludicrously expensive, and somebody on that crew was absolutely out of their mind insane. But I think that'll be a good time lapse. I can use the volcano as a backdrop, so I'll probably make a fairly decent little setup, and that's going to probably be quite challenging, but I'll build it out, and this little area here is going to be probably my underwater base. And I'll probably leave the top open, at least initially, but if monsters continue to come in and mess with me, then I will probably have to seal it with, glass or something. But I'm going to hopefully be able to get the time-lapse functioning. I've had some issues with it, at least with the terra firma, but it may have just been a bad jar file. So with this, I've got mod loader loaded and should be able to just drop it in, and hopefully it will function. So if so, I'll probably get that to you guys on... It's possible I'll have it on Sunday, but I would expect it on Monday. I'll probably have a very small clip for you tomorrow unless I manage to get my Java course finished tonight. It's due tomorrow, so I may have to take tomorrow off because that's pretty much down to wire. But anyways, this is my start on the Dungecraft server. I'll be covering this at least several times a week. It'll be on... I'll probably throw some of them up on my main channel, but the main beef of the series will be on the Minecraft channel. So head on over there. That's TDK Minecraft. YouTube.com/TDK Minecraft. The link will be in the description as well as an annotation. I'll also have annotations to Silent Mist's channel and John Nethervoid's channel there as well. And hopefully you guys are digging this series. If you are, as always, please click that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my other videos, tips, tricks, and guides. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.